Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Patch 1.6.1 dropped recently and I've been waiting for that to do videos because I've been feeling like if I do guides for USA or UK they'll just be obsolete because, well, finally we added the minus 50% dockyard construction speed. I'm really mad actually they didn't do this immediately with 1.6 because we've known about this since the game's release and everyone's been doing it since then, but they just didn't care or something, I don't know. But I just feel like the two focus trees, the UK and USA, I've been playing around with them, we're so overloaded, they're so good, it's insane. And I like that they're pulling back a bit, so now the only thing you actually can build is infrastructure, which I think is fine for USA. I will make a separate guide for USA how to play them, but I just feel like they are overtuned still, even though with this change it does a lot actually, which is good, which is good, but I don't know if it does enough, because they still have this focus down here, which gives civilian to military conversion cost minus 50%, and they can also really easily go down to 0% consumer goods, because I didn't see anything in the patch notes saying they changed that. And if that is the case, I'm not actually sure if I like it, but well, perhaps this is enough to change it. I think it's probably enough for balance, but for fun, I don't know. Because now you can't just rush 60 or 80 dockyards and just take over the whole world with boats, which is good. And so in the patch notes, what they changed is if you go limited intervention, you can actually change conscription laws and economic laws. I don't know if you could before, but it will cost you a lot more. So that's good. I think that should nerf them, which is great because USA just needs nerfs. And if you go down Neutrality Act, I don't think anything's changed other than that the dockyard here. Yeah, and also we changed that civilian early and partial mob gives you less fuel gain, which is good. I think that it's good if you limit oil, because everyone's gonna be up here when war starts either way, so it doesn't really affect anything, it just makes it harder to train, basically, and I think that's fine. It's not that big of a deal, it's just a small thing, and I think it's a decent change. And we also changed a couple of other stuff that's actually important. We changed that the Jäger Not program, which is a German fighter program. You can only take it once, and it costs some war support and stability, but that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I don't actually know what, because one of the changes, it says that Japan doesn't start with the super heavy battleship or something. Let's see here. It's something like that. Is it that we don't start with this one? As they should. Did we used to start with that one? I don't actually know. Either way, if we don't start with that now, it said we would get Navy XP or something, but it doesn't seem that we get Navy XP to begin with, so I'm not actually sure what they changed. There's some other stuff at school. They added some decisions. In USA Civil War, they made UK Civil War easier. If you go fascist, get more divisions, which is a good change. Should be nice. Okay, the super heavy battleship is also faster now, which I think is good, because it should make carriers less oppressive. I'm not actually sure how big of a deal it will make though. So let's see here. That's not super heavy. Let's see here. So you have a speed of max speed 30. It's still a big difference, so I'm not actually sure. It's probably doesn't change anything then, because this boat is just so much faster, so you still can't really keep up as the battleship. This one though, the normal one is even slower than the super heavy. How is that a thing? Oh well, I guess that makes sense. I'm not actually sure. Overall I like this 1.6.1 changelog. It's just sad that this wasn't from the beginning. I feel like the DLC dropped and they really buffed the allies a hell of a lot. while while at the same time the allies they needed, the allies are really strong. We don't actually need a buff, and when the GLC dropped, it made UK and USA even stronger. So it's interesting. So if you see here, UK now, this focus isn't worthless, it's actually insane. Wartime industry, civilian to military conversion cost minus 50%. It's insanely strong. So if Germany ever does Rhineland first, UK just goes limited rearmament, shadow scheme, and down to Royal Ordnance. Has 6 military factories with extra. They can put on planes. They have an extra research slot. They have 2 research bonuses. And when the war comes, they'll just be able to convert everything into mills, which is insane. And you can usually get up to around 50-60 quite easily before you need to build a switch. And also they have this special air service thing, which is insanely strong. I mean, UK is so busted. It's insane. We should get nerfed. So basically, we were OP before the update, but now we're just even stronger. So we have this focus, which is insane. We have this focus, which is also quite insane, because you can get it so easily if Germany does Rhineland first. If you don't do Rhineland first, it's fine focus, but if the AI always does it first, so in single player you should always just go down these 4 and then this one, and then in multiplayer, if he's smart and doesn't do it, you can't do that. So in that case, you just pick up steady as he goes, and after that you just rush down this encourage colonial elite, and after that you can probably take limited rearmament, and then perhaps try to take shadow scheme if there's world tension. Otherwise I'm not actually sure what you want to do. Maybe develop your puppets if they're players. It's quite strong, an idea. But UK's focus tree is probably the most overloaded I've seen in a long time, maybe ever. So basically you have this 5% research speed. I go to here. So you have this 5% research speed. You get 10% from free trade, because you want to go up to free trade, and always go up to free trade. It's just better. 99% of the time, it's the best, just because of research speed in my opinion. But other bonuses are not that great compared to export focus. So if you don't want the research speed, or if you don't think you need it, then you should go on export focus, I would say. But the research speed it's a big deal, so I would go up to free trade for that. But you get 10 from that, 10 from free trade. You get 5 from your focuses. You get 6% from this, and if you also pick up this electronics and this one, you go up to 41% research speed, which is just insane. It's basically like having a 100% research bonus, but on everything, and you can also stack these on top. It's so busted. And so in the focus, so we have this one, which is insane for that reason. We have this -5, which makes it so we can go down to 0% consumer goods in wartime, which is insanely strong, because 0% consumer goods wins games, in my opinion, because you can always outproduce if you have 0 and they don't. Because how consumer goods works is here I have 31% consumer goods, so that means 31% of all my factories goes to consumer goods. But because civilians are the only ones that can go to consumer goods, 31% of these factories combined goes to consumer goods, and it takes from these. So it makes it so you have proportionately less civilians. So for every mill you build, you're actually losing out on civilians. Because let's say you build some mills here and you're not on 0%, then these factories building are going to go down because of that's just how I don't actually know how to say it, but it should go down. That's how I've read up on it. At least maybe they've changed it. I don't think they've changed it though. Yeah, here it's actually quite a good text here if you want to read it. But either way, so you can go down to 0%. Then you have this focus, which is just insanely strong. You just get 5% more special forces, and they have 20 attack and 20 defense. And you have a slot here because you don't have that many good high command. You pick up infantry expert, pick up a commander one. And the third one is like, what do you want? You can probably go submarine one. You probably take the regrouping or logistics, it depends. It's not, and you can also do the air superiority one if you're doing planes only, I guess, but it depends. And then you have some other focuses which are just bonkers, like this minus 10% cost for fighters, and like these ones are just quite great. Steady as he goes is quite strong. These bonuses here are not good, but like you need to do them because otherwise it's like yikes. If you don't get rid of war to end all wars, the war to end all wars and such. So yeah, I think they are really overtuned already, and I like that they nerfed them slightly, but I think they should have done more to nerf them. I think allies are too strong, but I like the 1.6.1 overall. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and I'll see you guys.